EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, right?
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Hey, red. Green jack. Plastic, stick. Real green. Red, yellow. Ready?
Now Young. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's out right at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Young. But he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
And they're on the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Willis to throw. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Let's go.
Following the interception, Young. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Red, cycle. Pause red. Set.
Looking to throw, Young. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Set, hunt. Blue check. Ready.
Young takes it on the sneak. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Bryce Young scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Cunningham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Tiger.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11.
Back to throw, Willis. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. And now an audible here into something else. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
19-18. Go.
Willis looks to pass it here. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Willis looking to throw it. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Warrior 70.
Willis on 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
560.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 6. To throw, Young. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19.
They go play action with Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Willis wants to pass it again. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. And that'll be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Willis to throw once more. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Willis looking to throw it. Throw out wide to Walker. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Smith red. Go. Hurry, hurry. Ready?
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here we go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Shot, 17. Smack, red.
Young to throw it. Catch made by Watson on the out route. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Black ultra. 6. Mega. Slide 2.
Young. And Watson has it right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Young on 3rd down. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Let's go.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Quick, yellow. Set.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, set. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready.
Here's a
ready.
2nd and 8.
Ready.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Young. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Play action. Here's Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Cunningham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Willis. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On the jump.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Willis will look to throw it. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay, ready.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Quick throw complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Panther 60, Panther 60. Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Dragon 60.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Johnson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now Willis. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. 43 rail. Cut.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
You, yellow, blue striker.
Throwing, Young. His throw incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Ready?
Young to throw it. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
First down, Carolina.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, check Megan. Blue black.
Another run for Gibbs here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Young. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now third down and 6 to go.
Here we go.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
17. Seahawks 6. Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Willis will look to throw on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cunningham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Willis is going to throw once more. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down and a yard. Now Willis to throw. Eluding the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Warrior 70.
Back to throw, Willis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push across the goal line.
Still yet to find the end zone. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Let's go now.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive.
Check white. Hey, go Beers. Ultra. Ready.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. He finds Watson. It's caught. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
On the give. Here's Gibbs. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That throw by Young incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, Brandon. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Young will set to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And they'll get this down to the 10. 43 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Ready?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Gibbs. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now 2nd and 9. It's Young off play action. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Carolina. Mark Andrews, 69 yards. And the Panthers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Piñeiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And going right back to Walker. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Walker. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Ready.
The Panthers season will press on as we say so long, everybody.